welcome into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm your host, Barbara Marville Kelly, and we have a fantastic show lined up for you with the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce. And we're going to start out this show right here at the Tampa Downs. As you can see a little bit in our background here, it's very exciting to introduce our first guests from TLC-Adult Daycare, Tom Wingo and his daughter Laury Is it Martinez or Martinez?
Martinez.
Martinez, okay.
Martinez.
Okay. Ooh, that almost came out a little Italian, too.
Oh, it did.
How are you guys?
Well, we're wonderful and excited to be here today.
I am
Very excited, yes.
I'm so glad to meet both of you, and we had quite a little chat before the show while we were getting set up. And this resonated so much with me because it appears to me that you're creating a niche with this adult daycare. Now, you've been in the business for many, many years, starting out as?
Well, starting out in the assisted living industry.
Okay.
And then later on owning my own home health company. I'm a certified ALF administrator. So I've been doing this for 25 years and have been dealing with seniors for that long and just love it. And wanted to do something different, wanted to do a niche, like you said, that was in between caregiving at home and the assisted living, where it could be very, very expensive. And maybe you want to take care of a loved one at home. Mm-hmm. Well, this gives you an opportunity to do that and have a respite or a break in your daily routine to be able to send your family member or loved one to a place where it's going to be safe, fun, exciting for them. And we figured, hey, you know what? Let's try something different. There's a few of them around, but nowhere near like assisted living or home care agencies.
Sure.
So we're going to try something different, and we've opened it up in the Oldsmar area.
Yes.
Upper Tampa Bay.
Yep.
And it's incredible. Can't be more excited.
Well, I'm going to try to get as much information in this segment because it resonated with me having been a resident here in the community of Tampa Bay for many years. The seniors and caregivers that are taking care of some of the seniors need something like this, even if it's just for a short little break. And you saw this coming, having all that experience behind you. So we're going to delve in deeper on what's happening over there. I want to talk to Laury a little bit because Laury, you're the activities director.
Yes.
How
yes.
exciting!
It is very exciting. It makes me excited to be able. I'm going to be helping them, and we're going to be doing so much activities for them, keep them active, keep them motivated. So it makes me very happy.
And so, and welcome into the show today too, because it's good to let our audience see who the activities director is. You're the go-to person to get things rocking and rolling over there. I just know it's going to happen. And when you can get seniors out and about, I'm guessing that it's going to help them with their functioning with the brain if they're starting to go into a little bit of dementia. We just talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Where it's not like someone that really needs full-time care.
Right. Yeah. I mean, because it's only from 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, and it's in a social setting. So if someone, we definitely cater to those with dementia, Alzheimer's, maybe someone that has Parkinson's, someone that suffered a stroke. We're even contemplating rolling out a program for autistic adults.
Oh.
Trying to figure that one out and see how that would fit in.
Yeah.
But that might be something that might be of interest in a social environment.
Yes.
But yeah, so we know that you can't have someone that has a really, really major healthcare need in an adult daycare. But we're going to have a nurse on staff.
Perfect.
All of our staff members are going to be certified nursing assistants. She's a CNA.
Nice.
CNA.
Nice.
Yes. With med tech certification. So
Okay.
they'll be able to assist with medications if needed.
Okay.
It'll be we'll be able to handle the healthcare needs,
Yes.
but in a very active, social way.
And I think that's so fantastic. It is. You were saying that you have about 3,000 square feet over
Correct.
there? Very good. Tell everyone about the openness of the design of your facility, because I found that very interesting too.
Yeah, so we have an open concept
Mm-hmm.
design. We didn't want it to be compartmentalized.
Right.
So and please come in and take a look. I mean, it's a beautiful place. So we have on the left-hand side, we have the dining area.
Mm-hmm.
Then a little bit further is the activities area. Then we have a resting area in case they just get worn out from all the activities that we're going to have on an hourly basis. And then we also have a movie.
Art and craft.
Art and craft area, I'm sorry, yep. I can't forget the art and craft.
Well, she is the activity director, right?
Yes.
The art and craft area. And then we also have the movie theater area.
Nice.
So it's really open. It's a homey feel. We did this rustic farmhouse design, so when you go in, it looks like home. It really looks like home.
Yes, we want them to feel like they're at home.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's
It's a continuing,
Yes.
continue from home, but let their caregivers have a little bit of a break. But I'm just thinking of the growth that could go on with the residents that come in there, even though it's on, from an 8 to 5. That's a wide range where somebody can get in, meet other people,
Yes.
have conversation where maybe they have the same challenges and that type of thing. And I don't want to miss anything else either. You went over with possibly Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and dementia, suffering from a stroke, autism.
Depression.
And depression
well,
is the big thing.
That
Thank
is
you.
a very big thing.
Yes.
As people age, people in their lives pass away, or just the aging process
Sure.
brings on depression.
Sure.
And sitting at home doesn't help.
Exacerbates it.
Doesn't help.
Yes.
So for a family member or loved one to be able to come in and have that social interaction and have programs designed to eliminate, or not eliminate, but try to ease the depression
Yes.
is incredible.
Yes.
Is incredible. And adult daycares, that's one of their main focuses, is to really assist in helping with the depression.
Yes.
Yes.
You know what I really feel with your family-owned business? A whole lot of love, a whole lot of passion.
Yes.
And that's what I think as our seniors become even more seniors with, challenges in that, they need more of that.
They need love.
Yes, yes.
Agreed.
And with caregivers, yes, they're giving love or they wouldn't be caregiving, but sometimes that can be a very tedious appointment. And if you've ever been a caregiver, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I tease my husband all the time. I am not a caregiver, so just make sure that you do this and do that, because I'm not going there. But anyway, we do eventually, and you never know when that's going to happen. But I think you're giving hope, much hope to the community, because, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but every family, there's somebody in that family that is going to have to be taken care of.
Right.
Yes.
And I've seen it with so many friends and family where the caregiver, if they're not careful, if they don't take time for themselves, they eventually become the patient. You were just saying, or was it you that said somebody was in and you could just tell? No, you were saying before the show about somebody had come in and you could tell the caregiver was just, you could tell.
She didn't even really understand what adult daycare was, and she came in and she looked very, very tired, very tired.
Right.
And when we explained what we did, her eyes just lit up. She's like,
She was like, "This is
please,
amazing."
please, please. It was touching. It really was.
Oh.
It was. She just says, you know what? I just need a break. I need some help.
Yeah.
And I said, well, we're here. And she said, okay.
And
Just-
he loved the place too, right?
Yes,
he
he
was
did.
excited.
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready.
He was following her around,
Aw.
like everywhere she went.
He's like, "Are you gonna be here?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm gonna be here."
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
It is.
And it gives them hope. And even just for an hour or 2 hours, but if they want to go the whole gamut from 8 to 5,
Right.
that's available.
Right.
So what I want to ask you here is, who pays for adult daycare?
Well, there are programs out
Okay.
there that will assist.
Okay.
If you have a long-term care insurance policy.
Oh, good.
Sometimes that will
Okay.
help assist with
Okay.
adult daycare. There are Medicaid programs, diversion, long-term care programs that are available. There's some requirements that you have that you need to meet. But there's also VA aid and attendance. They also will assist.
Fabulous.
And then private pay, and that
Okay.
as well. If they don't qualify for any of that, then there's always the option of private pay.
So private pay, adult care can cost anywhere from $12 to $16 an hour?
Well, that's on average.
Average.
Yeah, I put
Okay.
some averages down.
Okay.
That the National Association of Adult Daycares put out there.
Okay.
So their adult daycare by far is the most affordable option. Sorry about that.
We're getting a 1 minute cue here. You're so funny. But it can be made affordable for anyone,
Right,
basically.
right.
But and you've been a member, you just became a member with the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber, correct?
Correct.
So you're excited about doing all that. And before the show, Tom was telling me about how the community is so welcoming. I mean, right down to the inspectors and the mayor and everybody that's just there for you.
Oldsmar has been fantastic, and the chamber, I'm amazed. I've dealt with chambers before, and wow,
Yeah.
the programs they have, it's amazing.
It is
I don't even
amazing.
have time to do it all, and I want to do it all,
I know.
but it's really nice.
Well, one day at a time, having the facility, and I'm so glad you joined us today. If you are a caregiver, if you're becoming one, or if you know anyone that needs a break, do contact these folks, because I think it's going to be definitely in your best interest. And I want to thank you for joining us here today on My Chamber TV, featuring the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce. We'll be right back.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by Trulieve on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back into My Chamber TV. We are the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm your host, Barbara Marville Kelly, and today we are honoring the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce. We have business owners here and fairly new members of the Chamber of Commerce. Our next guest happens to be James Vehar and his brother Matt Vehar from Discount Signs and Wraps. Wait till you see some samples of what these boys are doing in the community, because I'm very, very proud to meet you, to have such artwork that really delivers a message on businesses. So tell me, you're both in the business, you're both owners, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I am James Vehar. I'm a business manager, and he's my brother. And go ahead.
I'm a head designer and production manager.
Oh, very good.
So we're just basically two of us, and it's a ground-up business. We're just two guys, and put in nice clothes and get in the TV interview, and I put my T-shirt and short on and start wrapping the cars.
I love it. I love it. Well, you know what? You're keeping things simple. It's just the two of you running the business, and you've been. It's fairly new, right?
It's fairly new, but we were actually doing these wraps, and on the side of my background is I was a production manager in a quite large manufacturing company, and then we put our joint. My brother is an incredible designer. All these designs came up from his head. I have to give him all the credits. But although we do talk about it, what do we do? It should be this way better or that way better, and then we create all these designs to come up with. And then we created this business, and it's like about last year, June. And we actually start opening up a brand new business in Oldsmar.
I love entrepreneurs, and you know what? It's great to learn and have a job with a big company and all, but I'm guessing that taking all those skill sets and putting them together and thinking, wait a minute, let's do this ourselves. And you have much more control with you being the designer and production manager. I'm guessing that you're quality control too. Are you both?
Absolutely, we are. We are
Okay.
absolutely delivered. So there's three things in the big production companies manufacturers talks about, right? Do you want cost, the schedule, quality, or however you want it to be placed? So in our philosophy is quality is the number one priority. Then cost is the schedule is the number two priority, and then the number three would be we're actually cost. So you may be going to ask me, why would you call your company name is Discount Signs and Wraps? Because in our philosophies, we wanted to give a lowest prices, but the best quality of the products.
You like to over-deliver, don't you?
That's why we just absolutely, our products are just, we are a 5-star business, so it's just absolutely stunning. So.
And that's really good to know. And I love, everybody wants a discount. Whether you call yourself a discount this or that, we all want discounts. It's affordability.
Absolutely.
It's affordability, especially for startup businesses, as an entrepreneur, right?
Absolutely.
And, I just really want to cut to the chase and show a little bit of the sample designs, because if I was out there as part of the audience, I'd want to say, show me, show me, show me.
So these are the first wrap actually we did, the combined trucks, and it's a Laurel Oaks Nursery, 3 farms, and we did it 20-foot trailers and a Chevy 3500 truck, and we did it as a set. And this was just a simple design that we created up, and he came up and says, I want an over-the-top design, so we went over the top.
Over the top, and I love over the top. This is so beautiful. Wow.
So yeah, so these are some of the design samples that I can bring it up. But we were actually
Look at
City
that.
of Gulfport, the huge trolley, and we actually did wrap this whole trolley, and we were thinking about soon to be we're going to be wrapping Old Smart trolley. How about that idea?
Ooh, where's Jerry? We've got a serious think about that.
And we also help businesses with such as plumbings. I have 2 other plumbings and right here. This is a JJM Plumbing. We completed about 3 weeks ago this design. This wrap, and we completed this about last month. And I got to tell you about this. This gentleman started one truck, and then we wrapped him, and then his business was blown up so much, and now he has the 3rd truck we were actually wrapping.
That's such a great story. Well, you know what? This is like advertising wherever you go.
Absolutely, absolutely. 80,000 people, the study shown is 80,000 people will see your wrap on the road every day.
It's like
so your truck is, your car's.
It's constant. May I? I'm going to
Absolutely.
put this in front here, and then did you want to tell about this one?
So this one was recently right before this truck, and we completed this Wilson truck and the trailer.
Wow,
set.
that's
It
in
was
your
a
face.
contract.
That's awesome.
He said he wants us to see from his truck from mile down the road. Well, he'll definitely see the mile down the road.
You guys, so this is custom. This is
Absolutely.
all custom, and that's what I love about that. So you're definitely delivering exactly what you promised. This is so great. So you've just joined the chamber. It's only been, what did you say, 3 months or
It's
so,
just
something
a
like
little
that?
over the 3 months, and the first time when we were, opened up our door in Oldsmar, and then we says, well, we opened up the door and we start a new business, so what's next? And then there was a gentleman came and says, hey, you need to be joining the chamber. And I said, okay. So we start joining, and then we start met with two Jerrys, and then all the wonderful people, and then it talks about this community involvement, which all dear to in our heart, and we help veterans and the community around who is actually have like a single moms and etc. We were all there for help. So.
That is so great. I love to hear that, and that's another reason why I love hosting the chamber shows, because we give a chance to let you see who your business owners are and as residents in the community and how they do give back. There is so much going on with the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber, and I'm so glad that you've joined them.
Yeah.
And we now have you for these wraps. When they first came out, I couldn't even give you the history on it, but you started noticing, more vehicles with the wraps, or maybe just the magnetics.
Correct.
And that kind of thing. Do you do that?
Yeah, we do that. In our business, actually, it's a three category of, you can divide up our business at 3 categories.
Okay.
The one would be obviously it's a vehicle wrap. It's the big chunk of our business. And then we do signs, which is, it's like, our company is Discount Signs and Wraps. And we do lots of signs, inside signs, outside signs. And then we do a printing productions, such as starting such as a business card, and then we have, door hangers and brochures and all those. So we make those, and then sometimes we make it in-house, and some people wanted to have beautiful business cards, and we can create that to achieve their goals.
Nice, very nice. So business cards too. But I can't get over the depth of color. I don't know that all wrap companies or sign companies are created equal. How do you get such vivid colors with the pigmentation of that color?
Yeah, and when we were Matt and me were talked about, and we say, we need the state-of-the-art equipment to be achieved that. So we put it in a capital fund, put it in our state-of-the-art, the latest model of the colors that we put in. We have over 3 million colors in our machine.
Wow.
So you pick the color and we'll make it happen. So it's just absolutely stunning to come up, especially this particular design that we created for the city of Gulfport, and they just came and say you guys just blow out of park, because your cost is so low, but at the same time your quality is just stunning. So
Right,
that's
right.
And then the good thing is you can go into a Google and take a look in our in our pages. They're all 5-star business, and our business will be a 5-star business. So.
See, and that's what you want. If you're going to invest advertising dollars, and it's going to come back to you tenfold, especially when you're driving around in the community.
Yeah.
And I do it myself. I mean, if I'm at a stoplight, or if I see it, and I got to remember that. So
Absolutely.
click, right?
Yeah, everybody just take a picture and then just,
With the technology today, we're able to do that.
Absolutely.
So I have 2 sons, so I have to ask, what's it really like being in business with 2 brothers,
Yeah.
right?
So when we were joining the effort together, and we were saying, okay, we're gonna do this, and then I said, okay, I have a management and business production experience, that I'll take care of the business side of it. And then I told him, we talked about Matt, and said, okay, you take the in-house production side of that. So he prints all those and designs out, and then and then when we wrap in, and we just 2 of us join effort together to make these possible.
So that's great. What do
Yeah.
you think? You like it, don't you? I can tell.
Yeah.
I can tell. Doesn't it feel good to be creative?
Yeah, it is. It's really interesting, and lots of people were there talked about says, it's you guys are stress-free. And I said, how about that? And then they said, I think your work is putting all these things together, like really stress relieving, And I said, that's
It
really
is.
awesome to see that,
Yes.
And then we provide all these incredible designs, and then we, show them off. And hey, this is where we can big reveal, come up and say, lots of our YouTube channel and the Facebook at the Facebook/Discount Signs and Wraps, and you'll see all the videos there that you can take a look at it. And we just take about less than a minute video to show that.
And that's all we need, because you can see it here. It took a split second to take a look at this color. So if you have a business or know someone that has a business, you definitely want to call Discount Signs and Wraps. And don't let the word discount fool you, because they don't sacrifice quality for price. You are going to get probably above and beyond what you're going to pay for, because these guys over deliver. I can tell that
Yeah.
right off. And you're very passionate about what you're doing. If you want to email, is discountsignsandwraps@gmail.com. And what is your actual website? Because we have 30 seconds left.
We are Discount Signs and Wraps at gmail.com. Oh, I'm sorry. The
Website.
DiscountSignsandWraps.com.
Very
Just
good.
www. So
Very good.
We're offering a great deep discount for this particular season, and we're taking this $600 off from the fall wraps, such as like
wow,
this.
wow.
And it should be, a business owner should take care of it. So.
All right. Oh, this is so exciting. I know it's time for us to close this segment with you guys, but it's been such a pleasure interviewing you, James and Matt. Thank you so much. Another family-owned business and members of the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce. If you want to be seen and heard without a word, go ahead and check this company out and get your vehicle wrapped at affordable pricing, quality. The pigmentation on these colors is absolutely impeccable.
Yeah,
And
I just wanted to thank you
yes.
so much for having
Thank
us
you.
into this TV.
All right. And thank you. We'll be right back.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by TrueLeaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Hi, everyone. Welcome into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm your host, Barbara Marville Kelly. Thank you for joining us because today we are featuring the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce, and we're very excited to have our very own Jerry Custon from the Tampa Bay, who wears many hats. So many, I don't even have time to list them all. Welcome back, my friend.
Thank you very much, Barbara.
And you're dressed in your Oktoberfest garb.
Our Oktoberfest guard, and we have with us our guest, Dagmar and Karsten Rast with us, and they've been helpers with our Oktoberfest for very many years.
You know, it's interesting that you say that because just before the show, I was asking them what their presence is. One word explains it all, everything. Tell us what you do for this. This is awesome.
We do everything, fencing, setting up the tables, the chairs, cleaning the garbage cans, cleaning the tables. Wherever they need it, we are there.
And you've been doing this for how long with the chamber?
For years.
Yeah?
I cannot even remember how many years.
No, probably 8 to 10, I would guess. Yeah.
So you came to the chamber and just told them you wanted to get involved with Oktoberfest?
Now, we met the former mayor, Doug Beavers,
Oh, yes.
and then it went from there.
So you made it happen.
Yep.
Yeah, then one day we showed up and said, do you need help? And sure, and
Oh, isn't that great?
It is.
That is
We are
so
hired.
great.
And,
That-
and they're snowbirds, or Schneevogel.
I love that. I love that.
And so they're back here 6 months a year, and they got back just in time for this year's Oktoberfest. This will be our 24th. So next year will be our 25th anniversary of Oktoberfest, and it'll be right here at the Tampa Bay Downs, with the tents right behind us over my left shoulder.
I know, and it's huge. And how many people does it sit in there?
We'll fit about 800 in there when we get the chairs in there. About 750, 800. So we put all tables in there so people can eat and drink and listen to the music. We put a dance floor up. So we'll be here October 18th, 19th, and 20th this weekend, and then we'll also be the following weekend, October 25th and 26th. We have some excellent entertainment coming in. This week we'll have John Colbert and the Europa Band, and they operate out of Orlando. And John has a music school that has about 500 students in that, so he has a big business. But they now have gotten so popular they travel nationwide.
Oh,
So
nice.
they have about a month and a half, about this period of year, where they go around and travel to Oktoberfest all over the country: Montana, California, New York. So
So they'll be here this weekend
they'll be
or the
here-
next
They'll
weekend?
be here this weekend. The next weekend is a guy by the name of Alex Meisner. And Alex is kind of a musical prodigy when he was a child. You name an instrument, and Alex plays it.
Wow.
So he's big on accordion. He comes from a musical family. His dad had a band. Alex now has a band. And he travels nationally also. So and he does about 300 appearances a year. So we're lucky to get
I
him.
was just going to say, we're really lucky to have
We're
him.
really lucky to have him. And then, of course, what we have is also, who we've had for years and years, is Joe Oberitis and the Oktoberfest Express. I believe the movie Polka King was made after Joe Oberitis, because he is known as the king of polka. He's in the Polka Hall of Fame.
Wow.
So we have some great entertainment lined up. Lots of vendors. Erdinger Beer is our sponsor, so they're the largest selling wheat beer in the world, isn't it?
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so Erdinger Beer, we have the largest selling wheat beer in the world.
Nice.
And so we're really looking forward to some great weather and some great times.
Oh, yeah. Always in Florida, great weather, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
So you two, Dagmar and Karsten, have you been event planners in the past, or this just gravitated to you because of
No,
your
just
culture and the...
Came up.
Yeah? It was like meant to be.
Nothing planned, and whenever they need us for some other events, we're there if we can make it. We
Isn't
can
that
help them
ni-
out.
That's nice.
They came to the event one year, and we got into a conversation, and they said, "What do you need? What can we do to help?"
Isn't that
And-
great?
And they just got involved, and now they're part of our family.
Hey, part of your family, you said it all. And you know, that's what I love about being part of the community like this. You get people like this that come, that want to be involved. It's
Yep.
exciting. Are both of you retired?
Yes.
You're both retired, but yet you're still giving back in the, 6 months that you're here, this time of the
Yeah.
year?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. When do you arrive here?
on the
First week in
second.
October.
Just in time, just in time.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
So,
great.
you know, when you talk about that for this Oktoberfest, the chamber only has 2 full-time employees at present, okay? So this is all done on volunteers. We kind of set the organization in the process, but we need over 1,000 hours of volunteer time to run this Oktoberfest,
Oh, my goodness.
and we get it.
And you get it,
Yeah, we get
I
it.
bet, and then some.
And then what happens is you have some companies like Nielsen, they'll take entire shifts at the bar because they use it as team building.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. So what is your favorite part?
Beer drinking.
I love him. Beer drinking. Do you have a favorite beer?
No, the Erdinger. Erdinger is the wheat beer is a good beer.
Now, why is that? I'm not necessarily, my dad was a beer drinker. I wasn't, really. What is the big deal about that particular beer?
It's the best beer in the world. Erdinger wheat beer.
It's crispy, it's not banana, clovey, some also a little like slimy, and this one is a real crisp, clear, good beer.
Now, you just sold me on that. I want one of those
And then
beers.
then you have different varieties. We have
Yeah.
Oktoberfest, we'll have Dunkel, which is dark beer.
Yeah?
We'll have the,
So Oktoberfest beer.
yeah,
Und dann the
and the Hefeweizen.
Hefeweizen.
So the dark beer, how does that change from the one that you just
The
explained?
dark beer is brewing for America. The dark beer is not for Germany.
Okay. Does it taste richer or
It's not
bitter?
crispy, light
Oh,
drinking, it's,
When you have too much, it go in the brain.
well, we would never want that.
No, that is a dark beer. Also, I don't like
Okay.
it.
something in there, we don't know.
Uh-huh.
But it's special brewing for America.
Ah, I see. So what's your favorite beer? Do you drink beer?
Dark beer.
The dark. So you want to go funny up here, is that it? Oh my goodness,
I'll
this
either
is
drink
fun.
the Oktoberfest or the Dunkel.
Yeah, yeah. Where did we were at a brewery, weren't we, John, recently, and they had that flavor? Is that what you
yeah.
call it? Flavor?
Well, you know,
Oktoberfest? Is it common beer?
Well, it is.
Yeah, it's
you
just
know,
time.
I do like that. That's exactly my
Oktoberfest.
favorite one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Oktoberfest is different from the Dunkel. So the Oktoberfest is more, here it's called Marzen.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they're going to have all these beers
We'll
over
have
there.
all those beers.
Nice,
Yes, we will.
nice.
And kind of dark beer is like maybe an Amberbach or something like that,
Uh-huh.
but a little heavier, a little different taste to it. It's very good.
It's nice to be able to come out and be in the community. Some of the events that are going on over there too, by the way, Jerry, what's going on with the races, what's Oktoberfest Express?
Oktoberfest Express, that's Joe Overitis. That's
Oh,
like I said, that's the Polka King. Yep, that's Joe and his guys. He has a drummer that's on NPR, Wacky Jackie. So, so we have a lot of characters and have a lot of fun, and we'll have, I think, probably about 70 different vendors. So the Tampa Bay Downs will be your next guest. They provide our German food, but we also have a lot of other food vendors that you can get from Greek heroes to Philly cheesesteaks to pizzas to whatever you want. So, but Tampa Bay Downs will do our German food for us, and then we have a variety of vendors that come in and do the rest. We're going to do something a little different this year for the kids. This weekend, instead of a carnival, we're having bounce houses, big bounce houses. So that
fun.
should be fun for the kids. And then the following weekend, we'll have a regular carnival here. So we have something for everybody.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, in fact, something for everybody. We forgot to mention the dog races. We have dachshund races this Saturday, and we'll have corgi races the following Sunday.
Really?
Oh, yeah, yeah. And then all our contests that we have, the log sewing, the keg tossing, the stein holding, we just keep busy, we keep people busy the whole time.
There was some, I love to hear this because I think the last year when we promoted this on my chamber TV, there was one game that it just sounded like fun. It was a funny game. Do you remember what it was? Because I don't.
They're all fun.
But there was one. I think it was the barrel.
The barrel rolling is always fun because the people get competitive, and then one will push too fast, the other will push too slow, and then there's always going to be somebody going to go twirling over that barrel.
That would be me. That would so be me. I could just see that. Well, I tell you, this is really, really. Always love to interview you guys when we do this, and we've just got a couple of minutes remaining. Anything else you can think of that we didn't talk about yet? And you guys feel free to chime in.
No, I don't know.
Think you covered it all?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Now the kids like to have the chicken dance. That's always fun.
Oh, the chicken dance? Oh, I bet.
Und dann wir haben noch so Volkswagen-Show, wa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Volkswagen.
Oh, yeah.
The car
Oh,
show.
yeah, that's right. We have a Volkswagen trunk or treat on the Saturday of the 26th, is it? Yeah, 25th or 26th. Yeah, we'll have a Volkswagen trunk or treat show.
Oh, great. Gosh.
Great cars there.
So, just so you know, we're at Tampa Bay Downs, and what are the hours?
Friday will be 5 to 11. Saturday is 11 to 11. Sunday is noon to 7. Yeah, noon to 6 or 7.
Okay,
Noon to
okay.
6. And then the next weekend it'll be the same times, but only Friday and Saturday.
Okay, so
there's
that's
no Sunday the second week.
2 weekends in a row. This is a big deal down here in Oldsmar, so we certainly hope that you join us. And by the way, is there a cost?
$5 entry fee, no fee under 12.
$5 with all of this entertainment and beer and food and wow. What's your favorite German food?
Well, the ones that they do here is usually the schnitzel.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like
How
the
about you
schnitzel.
guys?
Bratwurst.
Aha. How about you?
No, Bratwurst with sauerkraut.
Oh, sauerkraut. I love sauerkraut. Well, I want to thank all of you for joining us, and I want to thank you for joining us as well. You know, that's the one thing about My Chamber TV is we bring the community to you to let you see what's going on. So feel free to join us here this weekend and so much more. Entertainment, you've got the little dog races. That sounds really like fun. Things for kids and just so much going on right here at the Tampa Bay Downs. I just may show up. You just never know. And
Happy to have you.
I hope the weather is going to really hold out and everybody is going to be happy. They've got the tent is humongous. And we're talking about like over 700 people. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
This is the Cannabis Podcast, powered by True Leaf on Radio Influence. It's an inside look and the scientific facts in and around the world of medical cannabis. Now, here is your host, Ian Beckles.
He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back into My Chamber TV. We are the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm Barbara Marville Kelly. Thanks for joining us today. We continue to honor the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce. And we've had a great show today. And we are here at Tampa Bay Downs. We are promoting Oktoberfest and so much more. Right now, my guest is Mike Henry, who's back by popular demand. We've interviewed you several times before. Mike happens to be the publicity assistant for PR, social media, and you've been here since like 2011, right?
Well, I've been working here since 2011, but I started coming out here in the early 70s when my family moved down here, and we've loved coming back ever since.
Nice. So tell me about your job description here. It must be very exciting to be in the media for press releases and all of that.
Well, it really is, and I think one of the best things about it is that you get to meet such a wide and interesting variety of people. The thoroughbred owners, trainers, and jockeys who come here on an annual basis are very committed to their sport and to putting on a show that is worthy of the traditions of horse racing. The jockeys have a very dangerous job, as we all know, and it really takes a lot to control a 1,000-pound thoroughbred running at full speed around a racetrack. I couldn't imagine doing it, and that's why I have so much admiration for them. But once we get going on the start of the meet, I do daily press releases which go out nationwide. We do a lot of social media on Facebook and Twitter, and we're just trying to keep as many people abreast of what's going on here as we can.
That is so great. You know, I never really thought about that. The danger of the jockeys. 1,000 pounds, my goodness.
Whereas they're all in the vicinity of 110 pounds. I think one of the reasons you don't is because it just requires so much for them to even be licensed and to compete at this level. I know when I was a kid, and just getting up on a horse was a very scary thing for me. So they've been doing it a lot of years, and their experience and their skill shines through every race.
Yeah, absolutely. I can relate to that childhood experience. My first ride was taking me through the woods somewhere, almost hanging me in a tree, but I still love, I love what I see in horse racing and the competition, the skill, because how many, you're talking, how many horses?
Once we get started, our barn area will open October 30th, 2 weeks from today. And once we get up to full capacity, we'll have about 1,000 or more horses on the backside.
Nice.
And they'll begin training on November 6th, and it's all in preparation for opening day, which is November 27th, the day before Thanksgiving this year.
So what is a full gamut of training? I mean, they obviously are training before open season, right?
Yes, a lot of the horses that come here are actually in training. They've been at other tracks, usually throughout the East Coast and the Mid-Atlantic regions, sometimes as far west as Ohio and Pennsylvania and Illinois. But the trainers will get here at 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and that's when they check on all the horses. They feed them, and if it's their turn, if it's their day to work out, they begin preparing them for that. The track will open a little before daybreak, and then exercise riders and jockeys will be getting on the horses to prepare them for the races. And they all have different regimens. They all have different training programs. Some will be training for sprint races, others for longer races. So each individual, just as you would have in any sport, has their own training daily regimen.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. There's a lot of entertainment, though, too.
Oh, it's tremendous.
Yeah,
it's tremendous.
Exactly. You should see it here. I mean, this place is massive. And now, have you always been in the PR business before you joined Tampa Bay
Well,
Downs?
more or less. I actually worked for a lot of years as a sports writer, getting out of college. And I worked at the old St. Petersburg Evening Independent, which was an afternoon paper. I went from there to the Tampa Tribune for about 10 years. And more recently, I was at the Bradenton Herald. So I've been in this general Tampa Bay area for all those years. And all three papers that I've been at, I've always done some coverage of Tampa Bay Downs.
That's a nice career, and this certainly fits your wheelhouse for sure. But the history of Tampa Bay Downs, can you give us a little bit of that history?
Well, this is our 94th anniversary season, and to be clear, we have not conducted thoroughbred racing all of those years, but our first season was 1926, and just to put that in a little more perspective, some of the dignitaries that attended that season were Babe Ruth and Gene Sarazen, the golfer, John Ringling, the circus impresario, and Jack Dempsey, the heavyweight champion. During the 30s, the racing action could be hit or miss because the country was in the middle of the Depression and there wasn't always enough capital to get things started. And then for a couple of years leading up to, or actually during World War II, the backside area, which was a lot more heavily wooded than it is now, was used as a jungle warfare training center.
Really?
Yes, for troops getting ready to go to the Pacific.
Wow, right here.
Yes, so that was like 43 and 44, I guess. And once the war ended and America began returning to prosperity, we got started again in 1947, and it's been gradually building up ever since then. Some of the more recent highlights, one that made a huge difference in our acceptance on a nationwide basis was the addition of a grass course, a turf course, 21 years ago. It's considered one of the best in the country, and we draw top horses from some of the top barns in South Florida and other parts of the country.
Because of that?
Yes, because of the grass course, because generally you have two categories of horses, which are dirt horses and turf horses. And every horse has the ability to run on both surfaces, but some are a lot more proficient on one or the other.
Ah, that's a draw. That's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So there's other activities here. Parimutuel, what else is going on here?
Well, we have a great promotional schedule this year, and I guess it starts in earnest right off the bat, or at least December 7th, close off the bat, with what we call our Tampa Bay Owners Club.
Oh.
And that enables any fan who comes out here to pick the winner of a designated race. They'll drop their choice in a bin or a receptacle, and if that horse wins, they become what we call a fantasy owner of that horse for the rest of the meeting. Last year we had about 30 or 40 people that won the Tampa Bay Owners Club, and it permits them to have free admission to the track on the day that the horse runs. They get to go to the paddock area to see the horse being saddled before the race, and if the horse wins again, they get to go to the winner's circle and have their picture taken with the horse. And they also get a free mutual voucher to bet on that horse or some other horse on that day. So the Tampa Bay Owners Club is our first big promotion. We do a major promotion on January 11th, which is College Day. And that is an essay contest for young people who are looking to go to a four-year or a community college. And they write an essay on how they would market horse racing to their generation.
Very good.
This contest is in conjunction with the Chamber Education Foundation, and it awards 5 $2,000 scholarships to the winners.
I remember you talking about that the last time on,
Yes.
on some of the different things that are done. That's
It
really
was-
interesting. Are you finding that the younger people are engaging with the horse racing?
Well, it seemed to last year because we had more than 90 essays that were submitted, and that really exceeded our expectations. And we also have, during the meeting, we have on different Sundays during the year, we have a Generation Z special race, which allows young people 18 and under to go down to the winner's circle after a given race and get their picture taken with the jockeys, meet the jockeys, and that creates a lot of excitement too.
Yeah, that really does. That definitely gets them engaged. So how long has Tampa Bay Downs been a member of the chamber?
That I'm not sure of. I think it's probably about 20 years or so, but I don't know the. Don't know.
That's a lot of years to be member of the Chamber of Commerce.
I know they have been since I got here, so.
And you know.
We've had a great working relationship with them.
Exactly. Now, do you participate in, or is there somebody else that participates in the events and all that? Are you part of that coordination?
Well, it depends on the event. Certainly for Oktoberfest, that's a little outside of our purview. Of course, we conduct the College Days contest, and then the Oldsmar Cup, which doesn't have a set date, but it's run later in the meet, usually in April, is also a chamber event, and so we work closely with them on that.
And that comes up in April?
Usually it's in April, yes. It's toward the end of the meet.
Great. What's your most favorite thing about, I mean, this has to be fun from start to finish on a day for you, right?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Can't think of anything better.
How
it's
fun.
not like going to work. It's like going to the sandbox when you were a kid.
I know, and as whoever they is, they say that if you're doing what you love to do, there's never a day of work, right?
Exactly.
Well, I'll tell you, this is really great, and with the charities and the scholarships that you touched on and being part of My Chamber TV, we get to bring Tampa Bay Downs to you right there where you're sitting. And we'd love to have you come on the show if you're a business owner at some point, and you can tune into our show at Wednesdays at 3:30 and see the Upper Tampa Bay. We bring the community to you. That's what I love about it. And you clearly love coming on because you've been on several times before.
Well, we are going to bring a high level of thoroughbred racing to the community from November 27th through May 3rd, the day after the Kentucky Derby.
Perfect.
So we can't wait to get started.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, my friend. And
Thank you, Barbara.
you.